Howdy everybody. I'm back with some Silo stuff, but it's not episodes this time. I had a little scroll on the YouTube, basically found everything I could that was linked to the behind the scenes of either season 1 or season 2. So I've compiled them all together. I've tried to do them in chronological order upon release. So the first one we're going to look at here is Silo, an inside look, building a world, and this came out 2 years ago, so around about the time of season 1. Everything else, I think, is pretty much for season 2. Either way, I was so impressed with Silo and the way they was able to blend like the CGI elements and the live action elements, and actually they built the sets that we saw. They actually built the staircase and stuff. So, little heads up, don't watch this if you haven't seen all 20 episodes yet. Work your way through the series and the reactions, and then come here and check this out with me. Without any further ado, let's get straight on into it. Come on, let's hope the behind the scenes is brighter than the season 2 episodes. Otherwise I'm not going to be able to see a thing. Go.
As an actor, to walk onto a set where you have depth and height and shape and everything is authentic, it just creates realism for us to play around in.
Silo is incredibly cinematic. It's a new world told in a completely new way.
This is as big as any feature film. The number of sets we have is 70 plus.
When we designed the silo, we decided to make all the building blocks circular. All the alleyways, the stairways, everything has this rounded element to it.
The sets are incredibly moving. They are the cathedral of the whole story.
Everything is magical. It's so detailed. It's so beautiful. The world is so well realized.
Life in the silo replicates a lot of things we're used to in our world, from living spaces to factories to farms. It's a complete world built a mile down into the earth.
The experience of watching the world of the silo come to life absolutely blew me away. The scope of the silo was even bigger and more awe-inspiring than I imagined.
Everything is used. Everything is recycled. Whether
they
they
showed
are
that
phones
really
or
well.
watches or a little Pez dispenser. It's so detailed. It's so stunning.
It is just a gift to be able to get lost in this world in a way that feels completely real. Creating the world of the silo, we wanted it to feel like nothing we've seen anywhere else.
It makes me want to watch it all over again. I forgot how good season 1 was as well, because I've been so engrossed in season 2 and I took a little bit of a break to focus on work in between both seasons. I forgot how good it was. I forgot how good season 1 was. I think I'm going to have to go back and... I think this is the first show actually that's made me want to go back and watch all of them again. Oh no, no, this is a little behind the scenes of Jules' tattoos, because we never really learned about those. We learned a bit about George's. We learned about George's tattoo of the seashell, which he obviously got because he was inspired by the book. But we didn't really know anything about Jules' tattoos.
When it comes to getting Jules ready, there are tattoos being done. And there's a technique. It's taken a bit of time to get it perfect. Everyone has their place. Everyone has their position. It's like a train on tracks. We have a big tattoo for Juliet. We wanted something that wasn't tribal and that wasn't something we see all the time.
I've just realised she's wearing a wig. Hang on a sec. Is she wearing a wig? So Juliet's hair is also a wig. Is that more common than I think it is then? Are most sort of movies and stuff, are they just wearing wigs most of the time? Because I suppose that's easier to get continuity, isn't it? For a character. Because say you've got someone like Rebecca who's clearly got like dark brunette hair. For her to dye her hair blonde, the roots are gonna grow out, aren't they? So is that more common? Because we saw it with Nathan Fillion in the Superman movie, had his bowl cut, and we learned that was a wig. So is this just more common than I was aware of? A werewolf? Is it just more common than I ever thought it was? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Sorry.
We have a big tattoo for Juliet. We wanted something that wasn't tribal and that wasn't something we see all the time. I saw some rope in a tattoo Lou had found a very similar one, and we thought, oh, it looks a bit like wool torn up.
When we were developing the tattoo design, I realised with the down deepers, the lower levels are quite oppressed. And they're really the only ones that have artistic expression. So we have tattooing down there. There can't be any shapes that are natural because they don't know they exist. With Juliet, she's got friendship tattoos, rings, and a bracelet. There was an element of her journey that went into it.
What they do is, it's art and it takes time. It's not just about creating it and having me walk out and look good. It needs to be worn in. It's years. It's a tattoo I've worn for years. It is makeup that is not makeup.
That's really
It is
cool.
just jewels in a state.
Oh, that's really cool. I'd never put that together. It can't be an organic shape because they don't know what that is. That's really hit home for me. Yeah, so this was end of season 1. Got it, okay. This was in, I think, like the pre-release stuff. Silo season 2, so this is Rebecca Ferguson breaks down fan theories. So this would have been end of season 1, I'm guessing, leading into season 2. See, I'm like terrified of getting a tattoo, just because I don't know what I'd get and I think I'd look ridiculous. But there's a part of me that's always wanted to go to like a makeup thing and get it like fake ones put on just to see what you look like. So you can take them off, but just try it. I think it'd be quite fun.
All right, Silo Files, let's dig into your theories, shall we? This is theoretically.
Ooh.
Does Juliet think/know what the Silo saw her upload? I think it will trigger the reactions people will have for season 2 when questions are unraveling.
We just saw something no one has ever seen before.
Yeah? I think that's a good answer.
She's trying to avoid it so much.
The Silo residents are actually aliens. Are we? When did that happen?
Why can't we ask questions about that stuff?
Moving on to the next one.
That is an interesting theory, though. That's an unusual idea. Is these are aliens, a silly word really, but a different type of human or human experimentation or something along those lines. I think a couple of you guys in the Discord originally thought that with season 1. Is this all sort of a test? Is this all just a big experiment? Almost like a social experiment. That's an idea of they're almost alien in different ways, because I wondered that when I was watching season 1.
The door in the base of the silo connects with other silos.
Okay, so I think so. Okay. Well, at this point, we kind of know, right, that door does connect. I mean, was that ever confirmed in season 2? Because we know Lucas got down there and spoke to the voice. And they mentioned the safeguard, but does it directly connect or does it not? I think it does. I reckon it's almost like a safety clause in when they built the silos. There was a way of getting to the other, maybe? I don't know. But then the head of Bernard didn't know about the door, so maybe that isn't. I don't know actually. Was that ever confirmed or not? Let me know.
The silo connects with other silos.
You can tell she's trying so hard not to talk about it.
How come Robert Sims is the only one who gets to wear a leather jacket? Dude, I don't know. I've asked the same question. Not allowed it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think the same thing about 10 times a day.
Oh, that is interesting. Everybody wears sort of like plant fabric clothing, so it's all sort of linen or cotton. He's wearing leather. Ooh, I didn't realise that actually shows status without thinking about it, actually. That's a very interesting detail. I hadn't thought of that. Ah, the elevators.
Why are there no elevators?
Good question.
Because there are rules.
Yeah.
It's in the pact. Dude, have you not read it? It says you're not allowed elevators because communication between levels is dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we control the people.
Yeah.
Well, peeps, those were some interesting theories, shall we say?
Oh, is that it?
So, keep them coming.
Sorry?
Who knows, maybe you'll be right.
Why does Rebecca... I've seen interviews with Rebecca. She always looks like she's trying to flirt with you. It's hilarious. Oh, someone actually put there, so ready for this and Severance. Same. Honestly, so am I. Ah, yes, this one, though. This is one I do want to watch. Rebecca Ferguson diving in Silo 17. Yes. No, this is crucial, this one. Because I thought she would use a stunt double or something, but I think she did a lot of these water stunts herself. So let's take a look at this.
I am enjoying it. I dive a lot when I can. Now we're going to get into clothes that hopefully aren't too wet. I'll see you later.
I didn't realise it was a wig until
15 feet
now.
underwater, and we're having some fun today.
We've built this tank from scratch. It's like the second biggest underwater tank in the UK. We've just made it for this production. This is actually our first scenes with Rebecca as well.
Is there anything that we do particularly different to prepare for underwater work?
I stretch. I do a lot of just kind of warming up joints because you move differently in water and I easily can get neck cramps. With diving, it's mind power because even if you're comfortable in water, there's so much going on. So one of the most important things is sort of a quick, calming, meditative state.
Next is going to get in the water now,
So once you go in, you're just one with it. You kind of have to be a part of the environment.
You're rolling.
The set is so cool. It's an entire environment of corridors and what would have been left if people just evacuated, sort of Chernobyl kind of thing.
Just a thumbs up with your set, please.
We have the communication device, so we hear the voice of God. So it's mapping out a scene whilst you're underwater.
It's just a camera right, level with camera. Yes, that's it. We catch your eyes a lot more than when you come back to that point.
How long can she stay down there before you have to let her up?
4 hours a day over the whole day on compressed gas, but obviously that's split up quite a lot throughout the day. She probably does about 15 to 20 minutes at a time whilst we're doing each scene, and then we pull her up for air breaks.
And breathing through a very different tube, and sometimes it's too much. But I know that if I have any issues, he's there to save me.
Yeah, I try and take the diving out so you just concentrate on what you do.
Pete takes diving out of acting.
Not swim.
No, I mean, people within the silo, they have no idea what water en masse is. And so it's also a matter of trying to not know, as a swimmer, how to move your legs and feet. But the weight builds are making you able to walk on the ground.
Just one note for Rex. Let's look up at the window earlier, please.
I submerge in the environment that I love.
Thank you, let's cut there, let's cut there.
I mean, what I like is, it's just fun.
Is it? Good for you, babe. It looks terrifying. Oh my god. Also, I will just pick up a little detail there. She said, like that sort of, everything has a vibe of like evacuated, like the people just left. And then she said almost like a Chernobyl, which is interesting when you then see that final scene of season 2 and it's hinted at the kind of the dirty bomb or the nuclear bomb. So it really was just a sort of radioactive event, right? That has put everybody in these silos. I need season 3 and I need it quickly. Right, this is the longer one. Extending Worlds, Silos 17 and 18. There's the door. It's so interesting seeing that space after seeing the finale. God, the sets are just so brilliant. Like they said, everything has almost like a spherical look to it. It feels like a bunker, doesn't it? You know, that's what it is. I'd kill to just be going out, like to walk around all this. Wow, the sets are big. What do they do with all this when it's done? That's what I want to know. We are better together. Look out for each other. God, it's really trippy, isn't it? this all one big set, or are they cutting all this together? That's what I'm trying to work out. Oh, wow. Ah, it's the trash chute, yeah. Imagine like being in the room where they designed all of this. I love stuff like this. This is what I wanted to do when I was a kid, was design like movie sets and stuff. Oh, it's so immersive, it's so cool. Imagine this is a video game, just like an explorative game. And they're right, everything's sort of recycled, you know, everything is just used again and again and again. So clever. You realise the scale of it all as well. Like in the scenes, you can see how big a set is, but when you just walk around it like this, you just realise how big everything is. Do you remember that bit where Jules falls down the trash chute and lands in the middle? That's end of season 1. Tell you what I might do. I thought there might be some talking over this, but I think it is just the entire thing is just walking around the silos, which I thought they would go through and explain it all a little bit more actually, but yeah. So I tell you what I think I'm better off doing here is just skipping through it and actually just talking over it myself and seeing where every room is. So you walk out the trash room. Okay, so that's where that set ends. Oh, this is down at the bottom as if you're going down to mechanical, right? Yeah, that's the stairs you walk down to get into mechanical, if I'm right. Like into the the generator room. Oh, it's so eerie. I think you can make a great video game of the silo with this sort of set, like this style. Yeah, there's the control room. Reminds me of the security room in Severance with all this sort of old, I suppose like 60s, 70s looking sort of control panels. Oh, look at the detail. It's so cool. Because you got to think, all these chairs and stuff, it would have been before the rebellion and then they're just reupholstered or fixed. Like everything is just, everything's a relic, really, isn't it? It's just what's considered useful and what's not. I'm trying to remember exactly where that bit was. I know this is the bit that Shirley runs through at the end and she says they're coming. I'm pretty sure this is that bit. Oh look, Juliet lives on the pipe. The sets are big as well, right? Because that flowed in from one to the other, yeah? Yeah. Look how big these sets are. So you finish that section and then you end up walking right down into this bit. Does anyone else's imagination just run wild when you see stuff like this, or is it just me? Because I immediately want to go here and just run around. This reminds me of, you know, Welcome to the Playground for Arcane. You know the music video for it, where everything's got this green glow when they're down in the lanes. Reminds me of that. So clever. Candy machine, look. I'm trying to work out where that is in the show. Is it the bit where she goes down to recycling? Is it that bit? Is this walk shop? Oh, it's the workshop. Oh, look at that. Ah, was this Kennedy's apartment? I can't remember whose apartment this was. I think it was Kennedy's. Is that right? Remind me, someone let me know. I think it's where Jules breaks into Kennedy's apartment. This is the section outside of supply, is it? Is this where Walks talks to... Is this where Walk talks to Carla? Is that where they use this section? It's funny because everywhere in the silo looks so similar, I can never remember what was where. Oh, it's so eerie. I thought something's going to make me jump even though I know it's not. Oh, this is the bit where there's the Marnes fight, isn't it? And he goes, you should be in school, and she says it's lunch, isn't it? Isn't that the section there, if I remember rightly? Lapis, yeah. Oh my god, I never noticed that on the chairs. Look. I'll try and zoom in. It says Lapis and then Jimmy. Look, right there at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, she used to sit next to me. Oh my god. Jason. The teacher's saying Jason. You can see Jason there. The cleaners they go. Wow, they even made like a little nursery rhyme for it. I didn't pick up on that in the show. Oh, this is so well done. The apple trees there, like what we had at the funeral when they take a bite of the apple and throw it into the ground. Ah, this is the medical bit, right? This was that whole sequence where they had Gloria in the sort of confinement bit. Oh, this is eerie. Why do hospitals always have that sort of yellowy grey? Oh god, it's so sort of sterile feeling. It's so creepy. So obviously when the babies are all born, they're just kept there, you know, to be monitored and looked after. Obviously, because the numbers are obviously in the silos so low, they have to sort of make sure every baby makes it as best they can. Just see the cracks in the walls and stuff. It's so brilliant. That's where Jules is she's trying to look up things, right? And she can't do it on that computer. So she hides behind the desk when they come looking for her, if I remember rightly. Oh, whose apartment was this? Why has my brain gone blank? Was this Gloria's? I think it was Gloria's, right? Because her and Alison sit just there and they talk about things. Could be wrong, but that's what my memory's saying right now. It's weird, this feels so homely, and yet everywhere else has felt so cold. Yeah, I'm 99% sure this was Gloria's apartment, but I could be completely wrong. Honestly, I'm so fascinated. Oh, IT. I'm so fascinated by things like this. The way I'd pay to be able to just go and have like a tour of sets and stuff. I find it so cool. I've just realised it's flicking between 17 and 18. Sorry, that took me... I was so enamoured by it, it took me a little while to realise. Okay. Of course you're seeing the differences between the two silos. Wow, that's so clever. Bernard's office, right? This is a cool space. I'm not gonna lie. The way it gives the illusion of sunlight as well. They do the same in the Lumon building with Severance. Like if you look at Cobell's office, there's this sort of fake sunlight that makes it look like she's almost got like a sort of like a balcony section or a courtyard. And it's not, it's just all these white LED sort of daylight bulbs. Because, you know, they're floors underground of the rest of the Lumon building. It's so well done. What was to the right there? Was there something else as they walked in there? There's like a gap, no? Like if you look here, and if you can go off right, what's in there? All the servers? I'm trying to remember now. I'm trying to remember if they've showed us that yet. So brilliant. See where they've really tried to get in all those times. So this is obviously Silo 18. So you have the living spaces, right? And then you've obviously got the legacy. Wow. How is there enough food there for him to survive all those years? Is there almost animals that he has there or something? When you look at the numbers though, look, 403, 404, 503, 504, that can't be floors to silos because there isn't that many floors. So what do those numbers mean? Now that I think about it, that doesn't make any sense. I thought it was to show the levels, you know, and it was almost just an architectural thing. Oh, this is my favourite bit in the entire silo, look. Music is better than ice cream. Oh, it's so cool. Look at it all, man. Look at the way they've shown how the scale of it. I love how they do the screen, like how they show that. And just the single tree in the distance. A couple of people said as well there's sort of cafeterias on every floor. So does that mean there's screens on every floor? Is that what maybe I wasn't aware of that. I thought there was sort of maybe one or two, but there seems to be a lot of cafeterias, so let me know. Sheriff's Department. It's funny, everywhere sort of has its own sort of colour scheme, like the Sheriff's Department's got this sort of turquoisey green. Medical's got that sort of blue but with the yellow. IT is that sort of dark blue. It's like each department is sort of colour themed. But they're playing those end bits again. They're playing the final conversation between Jules and Bernard then. Again, I'm going to say this would be such a cool video game. Oh my god. And then we go back to the door. One sec. You ever notice that? So they've got the main silo logo, which is that. They've got this other one. Is that for each department or floors, or do they mean something else? See what I mean? So that's the normal silo logo that the mayor wears. Or is this the departments? So you sort of have agriculture, mechanical, or something. Maybe that's mechanical. I'm trying to work out if they each mean something. I really liked that. God, I love immersive stuff like that. Okay, now we're going with Steve Zahn inside Solo's vault. Let's take a look at this.
Hey! Hi,
hello.
I'm Steve Zahn. I play Solo, and this is my pad. Check out my IT. Tim's gonna be so jealous. This is boring. Welcome to the brain of Solo.
Oh, wow.
These are all the periods of his life. That's how I think about it. There's like a period of studying sculptures or African art or evolution or music or flight. Origami was probably a year and a half of his life. And then he wanted to learn the trombone. Now I'm gonna master the guitar. I'm gonna paint. I'm going to study this crazy thing called sports. I think he creates all this art. I broke this. Broke the tail off it. I volunteered to glue it back on, but they have people that can do that.
Can I just say, listen to his voice and tell me he doesn't sound like Adam Scott. Let me save that time. Let me just go back a sec, right? Listen to him. Tell me he doesn't sound like he's Adam Scott older brother. Listen.
His life. And then he wanted to learn the trombone. Now I'm gonna master the guitar. I'm gonna paint. I'm going to study this crazy thing called sports. I think
He has the
creates all
same
this art.
vocal inflections as Adam Scott.
I broke this. Broke the tail off it. I volunteered to glue it back on, but they have people that can do that.
I think he might be related to Mark and Devon, you know.
This room's cool. This room's great. This room's interesting. Now, when you walk through that door, into that room, first time I walked in here, I was actually moved. All right, check this out.
It's so cool.
It kind of makes you want to whisper. It's like walking into a cathedral. It's amazing. I came in this room in July, and I was just throwing stuff out. I was like paper airplanes, puppets. Like he's desperate for people, you know, to be around. So he creates these puppets, but it was just quick stuff. And then I got here, puppet show, man. And he puts on a show. He's like a Renaissance man, but he doesn't know what's fiction. He doesn't know what's real. It's ungrounded knowledge. If I was this guy, I would just be like immersed in this stuff. It's like being locked, you know, in a toy store. That I love. I love that it's like art that was hung here, but now he's going on and just painting over it. What do you think about if you had that much time on your hands? If you were by yourself, you need the knowledge to keep yourself going so you can do your job. I think music is probably the most important thing to solo.
Yeah, it's better than I
Talk about an eclectic taste in music. From polka to Metallica. All right. Thanks for showing up. You know the way out. And good luck getting out. I will go back to what I usually do. See ya.
Oh, it's made me sad for Solo, even though it's not him. I want a room like that so badly. Oh, it's so cool. I love this show. I love the way they've built everything. It's so cool. How long have I even been recording for? 44 minutes. Good stuff, right? So cool. That's all the sort of behind the scenes of the sets and stuff that I could find. And I think it's really, really cool. I love that. I love every single bit of it. Let me know if you could go and explore the silo. Where would you want to go? You could go into the Legacy, the Vault. If there was a certain place that you wanted to go, you could spend a few hours exploring, completely empty, it's completely derelict, and the lights are on, and there's food. It's just, I don't know, it's been emptied for a while, I don't know. Everyone's gone out to clean, but they're fine, they're going to come back. If you could go into the silo and look at one place, where would you go? I mean, it's obvious for me, it would be the Legacy room, but other than that, I'd like to go to the gardens, where Marnes and the mayor, Ruth, went, and they sat, and there was like a little cafe, and there were the gardens. I'd like to go there. That's somewhere I'd like to see. And I'd like to see how they possibly built that. Funny enough, they didn't show that in any of these. So if anyone knows of any videos where they show that, let me know. But that's where I'd like to explore as well. Thank you as always for watching. Really appreciate it. Subscribe, put notifications on. That way you won't miss any more videos. And I'll see you very, very soon for some more shenanigans. Take very good care of yourself. Don't get stuck in a silo. But remember, music is better than ice cream. And I'll see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.